Hey, my brothers, welcome back, man. Glad to be with you guys today. I've been enjoying some time in the woods, enjoying this wonderful weather, but finally able to kind of come back around to, after a little bit of nice weather, and bring you guys a nice review on the Woods Chogan, man. And what an awesome Tomahawk, man. I love Tomahawks. I love hatchets too. Since I kind of began using larger buoys, I haven't really used too many of them, but they always had a special place to me because that's just kind of what I grew up on. And on this one here, this is the CRKT Woods Chogan. I can get that in there. There you go. And it is made out of 1055 steel. And what I really like about the Tomahawks, and it's actually something that a lot of people don't like, is I like the fact that you can easily replace a handle for them in the event that you break them. Now, whether you order extras or you're in the woods and you just break your handle and you can cut one down with your knife, you can always replace that. And I also like the fact that it breaks down because you can easily fit it inside of a backpack without it dangling off the side of it and worry about cutting your gear or something like that, or maybe accidentally cutting your shoulder, depending on how sharp you keep your tools. So another great thing about these Tomahawks is you can always customize them. So I'll do a little close-up later on so you guys can see this one a little bit better, but my friend lent me his Woods Chogan. Now, a common complaint is that they always slide off, as you can see, and they kind of tend to wander off of the handle that they're on. There's a couple different ways you can combat that. My grandfather's way was to, leave his in water, and that would cause the wood to expand. Personally, it never really bothered me that much when they move around, but what my friend here on his has done, not only has he customized it with this nice, he's got some kind of twine. It's like a garden twine, like a tomato vine twine or something, and he's wrapped the handle and put acrylic on it. And what's really great about that is it makes it slip proof, and then he's got this really nice thick nylon rope at the top, so if you're wanting to do some kind of fine work with it or something, if you sharpen that kind of edge on yours, it makes it really nice to grip up here. And while I'm gonna have to show you guys a close-up, is my friend here has added a lot of acrylic, some kind of acrylic compound, and I forgot the exact name of the compound that he told me that he used, but I'll put it in the description below. And he actually sawed this down, this little section here, down a little bit, and then put that acrylic on there, slid it in place, and then put all that compound all around it, and it's pretty solid. At first I didn't kind of believe it would hold up. I thought, yeah, well, it's gonna be hard, it's gotta move, it's gonna break. But I've been out here chopping some wood with it, and believe it or not, it actually holds it in place really well. So if that's your reservation, that might be a way to get around that for you. But without further ado, let's cut up some wood, man. Let's bash some logs in half and see what we can do here today. We're just in the backyard today, man. I've been out just enjoying my time in the woods. I kind of started doing these reviews for you guys. I always started in my backyard, and I really enjoy being out in the woods, but sometimes I just want to enjoy being in the woods and not have to worry about carrying a camera and everything. But it'll sink in there good. I forgot my baton stick. I was gonna use a baton to bash this apart, but we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Go. And as you can see with that acrylic compound that my friend put on there, that thing is just sturdy as can be. I mean, it's not moving, man, and I've done that with a couple of logs. So my friend Joel, thank you so much for letting me use this and go to town on your tools, man. I know some guys kind of have reservations about loaning their stuff out, and loaning them out to a knife reviewer certainly should be at the top of that list of who you're gonna loan your stuff out to. Oh, this thing's gonna shatter. Yeah. Look at that split in that. Just some knotty old wood there. You know what? Tomahawk can do it. It can definitely do it. A little bit better than a buoy can or a knife can in some aspects. Let's see if I got enough of it in there. Yeah. right in half there too. Another good way of splitting your wood is once you get it sectioned down so much, you can always split it again. Here, buddy. Really love how deep a tomahawk sinks, man. It's just, think about the Revolutionary War days. And the Indians used to bash a guy's skull in with them, sink him in there. The frontiersmen. I think that's one of the appealing ways of appealing things about a tomahawk is thinking about what it was like to be a pioneer back in those days, you know? How cool was that to just be living off the land, hardcore. I wish I could do that today, you know? I'm so spoiled by today's modern conveniences. I don't even really know what hardship is. We think we do, but we don't. All right. Keep it right to half there. Yeah, good. Let's use the other one here. You can put whatever kind of edge you want on them. Lots of metal there, so if you want to change your edge around, bevel it, convex it, whatever, you definitely can. This one's definitely a little bit more dull. I got a bevel on that other one. You saw it kind of bounced out there. Oh. Let's see, now I'm gonna split right here. Let's see. Yeah. Prime example of coming loose there out of the handle. Here's old Joel's acrylic one here that doesn't slide. Sweaty hot day out, man. Getting to be Tennessee weather down here. That's the great thing about that rope. You can choke up on that handle there. Not be slipping around, you know. The more you work, the more you get sweaty. Whew. Right now, out here working for a minute. I'm already fatigued a little bit. You can stake it down there pretty good. Now, there's a couple of hatchets I've got. I just got one of those Gibson axes by Essie, and I mean, that thing is a dream to whittle with, you know. It's more like a carving axe than a hatchet. I like it a lot, but you know, these tomahawks, they certainly have a place not only in our inventory as woodsmen, but you know, also in just our culture in general. And it makes you feel really cool when you're out here, you know, using one of these, slinging it around. What I like about the Woods Chogan over some of the other ones is the hammer on it, man. Now, I'm not a cabin builder, but you know, that might fit you and what you're doing in the woods if you want to, you know, drive nails or tent stakes or, you know, whatever it is. Maybe you can even drive a wedge or something with it, you know. But your handle's at risk of doing that. So it's a good piece of gear. I like it a lot. I like having it in my inventory. Currently, I've got about 4 or 5 tomahawks of myself. I'm definitely still a large knife preferrer, but I think you guys, you know, if you're wanting a good tomahawk, RMJ Tactical, man, he makes some great stuff. He designs some really cool stuff, and they're based out of my hometown here in Tennessee. So definitely deserving to give it a go around and everything. Thank you, guys. Now we're gonna take a closer look here at the Woods Chogan. You can zoom in there and see how it says. Woods Chogan. It says RMJ Design, 1055 carbon steel. I'm guessing maybe that bottom number is a serial number, not sure. And so this is what will happen as you wear on your Tomahawk. You can see kind of the grooves that it makes, but again, these handles are replaceable, or you can do like my friend Joel did and do that acrylic that he's done on it. Now, the only downside to that is, heaven forbid, he break his handle, he's gonna have one bear of a time getting that out of there. But as long as you don't miss and strike here, working too tired, even this cord, I guess, would absorb a little bit of that. But man, he did a great job at making this freaking Tomahawk loose proof, if you will. Man, I'm really amazed with it. I processed a lot of maple and pine in my backyard with it, and had a lot of fun doing it. And this is the one that I use here before Joel lent me his. And this belongs to another good friend of mine too. I'm thinking about picking up the Bearded Viking X by RMJ Tactical, so you guys can get a good look at that one. Wow. And you can see this one here's got a nice polished convex kind of grind on it, whereas my friend Joel has put a little bevel on his. So you sharpen this other one with probably some sandpaper or something, or whatever, belts. If you use a belt to sharpen them, eventually you'll get a convex grind on it anyways. Man, but super cool, nice usable tool. Again, I'll post a link to that compound in the description below if you guys want to do that with yours. And that's part of the fun of this stuff, is customizing it and making it your own, putting your own grinds on it, customizing it the way that you want to customize it. Man, I kind of like breaking mine down though. I think that's kind of fun to take it apart, stick it in your backpack or whatever. Now this here is the Cold Steel Trailhawk. I've had that for several years. You can see where I've left it on the fire and everything. Again, the head on it is loose. I call it the Trailhawk. I think it's actually the Rifleman's Hawk, excuse me. But you've got that set screw in there you can use to tighten down. Now, it doesn't really work too well once it gets good and worn out, but you can always tighten it, or do, like I said, you can put that in the water. But I wanted to give you guys a look at how the Tomahawks looks compared to that Cold Steel. So it's a little bit shorter than the Cold Steel. Lengthwise, a little bit shorter of a handle. Both of them can be easily broken down. Comparing the heads side to side like that. So different shape to it, kind of a octagonal shape versus a rectangular shape. I would imagine if you wanted to, you could sharpen this. It's kind of got a clip to it, whereas this one's just kind of plain. A little bit more rounded on the CRKT. Well, my brothers, that kind of pretty much concludes our CRKT Woods Chogan by RMJ Tactical. And one thing I did forget to mention, another good benefit of keeping it loose is you can take this apart and use it as a wedge if you need to. You can also use that to drive wooden wedges if you need to. So pretty cool thing about being able to break down your Tomahawk. And if you're a brother of mine and you're out there hurting, I want you to listen to these words here, because these are really important. I want you to know that somebody out there that's greater than everyone here on the planet is better than us, and he loves us, and he's there for you, and he's watching and caring for you. This is from Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Man, and what awesome words. And to piggyback off of that from the Old Testament that King David wrote, this is from Philippians. This is 4:10 through 13. But I rejoiced in the Lord greatly, that now at the last your care of me hath flourished again, wherein ye were also careful, but ye lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state that I am in, therewith to be content. For know both how to be abased, and I know how to be abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Man, so how great is that God loves us so much that he's always with us. And brothers, once you bring God into your life, you will have fulfillment. You won't have want, you won't have need, not of this world, because you know that you're always going to be protected. I love you, brothers, and I look forward to seeing y'all on the next review. Thank you.